Hey guys, it's Jessa. Welcome back to another Trends Thursday video. So we are in the run up to Christmas. It's Christmas Eve tomorrow for us in Australia, so very close, but I definitely wanted to jump in and make this video for you because obviously this time of year it slows down, especially for sort of wedding industry. It gets quite slow and we have a little bit more time to actually do some product creations. So I wanted to jump in and give you some trends to sort of spark some inspiration and make some products which are going to sell like crazy. So the very first trend that I wanted to show you is greenery. Now greenery in wedding invitations, it's not a new trend. It has been steady on Etsy for like 5 to 7 years, I would say. Everyone loves greenery. It is traditional, it is timeless. And when I say greenery, I'm talking about leaves, foliage, laurels, all things green, all things with leaves. So definitely, a big trend for greenery is eucalyptus. So that is very popular as well. That sort of keyword eucalyptus, very popular. And there have been a lot of sort of sales that I personally have seen come through my stores with that keyword this year. So definitely one to watch for next year. Now the next one that I wanted to show you is gatefold invitations. And this is, it's being searched like crazy on Etsy. It is the very first trend that comes up when you sort of go into my trend tracking software, and it's like gatefold invitations, and it's lower competition than something like greenery. So it's definitely worth considering. Now, what is a gatefold invitation? A gatefold invitation, it's basically a card where you've got sort of the standard invitation here in the center, but you've got these sort of foldy bits on the side, and they end up folding over like this. And yeah, the bride will post it out like that, but they'll have extra details on these two sort of, these like, I don't know, they kind of look like French windows, how they come out and in like that. So very popular at the moment and a bit of an exciting one. It's quite unique. So definitely room for some new sellers to sort of get into the industry and make some products which are going to sell quite well. Another trend, which is, it's not a new one again, but this is sort of a different take on Dusty Rose. So the keyword here is Dusty Rose. It's a very popular keyword for Etsy sellers selling wedding invitations. But the thing to remember, like, it's really evolved over the last probably 2 or 3 years. We've seen this rise of really minimal designs using this color and the white ink. So you have the Dusty Rose background, you've got the white ink on top, and they're really popular with brides. And I think that is because, now obviously we have wedding invitations which are printables. So we've got printable instant download sellers. And then we've also got the invitation industry as a whole, so printed invitations, which is a whole separate thing. They, like, the products looks quite similar, but they're two totally different price points, two totally different industries really. And obviously over in the printed industry, we have these designers creating Dusty Rose invitations, but they use real Dusty Rose card, and then they'll print the white ink on top. And yeah, they're really premium, high-end, beautiful invitations. A lot of the time the card that they use is very sort of thick, premium, has like a slight texture to it, and they are sort of renowned as being very popular in that industry. Now, in terms of how you can do it as a printable, as you can see here, this seller, who is amazing, Shop Paper Vine, they are very talented, just shout out to them. As you can see, they have got the white ink and they've got the Dusty Rose as a printed ink. So when the person or the bride jumps in, edits the invitation, downloads it and goes to print it, they are going to be printing that Dusty Rose color onto the card. So that is definitely a way you can do it. And again, this is an amazing trend to follow at the moment. I don't think it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. Now, this one is dark and moody. Now, this is an interesting trend. It's not something which is totally saturated, and it's not something you would kind of expect, but people are looking for invitations which are they fall into that dark and moody category. So even if you were doing like a separate store just for dark and moody invitations, it would go really well because one, it is searched a lot, and two, we don't see a lot of them here on Etsy. So definitely room for some sellers to come on board, make some beautiful dark and moody invitations. And when we're talking dark and moody, we might be talking like dark emerald, dark purple, ebony, all of those kind of things. And they have sort of a feel of romance about them, timeless class, all of those sort of keywords that make you imagine dark and moody. Now, this one is invitations with photos. So these are being searched for a lot as well. So people are looking for invitation templates that they can actually add their own photos to. Now, I've noticed this trend is also rising up, especially for especially for engagement invitations. People really want to be able to put their engagement photo shoot on their invitation. So yeah, this one's a big one. You can obviously do it in Canva or you can do it in Template. You can definitely add those fields where they can customize and add their own photo. So that one's a goodie. Burgundy and navy. Now this is another one which is an old trend. This was one of, like, not this product particularly, but back in the day when I first started my store, this was one of the first trends I sort of jumped on board with, and it did really, really well. It's still going strong by the look of it. Burgundy and navy. I think it must be just still going strong. I find that the ones with gold in them sell a little bit better. As you can see, this person has got, or this incredibly talented designer has got a gold border around. So I find that gold sells really well with these. But burgundy and navy. This one here is actually, even though it looks like it's masala, this keyword is actually for gold foil. Now people are looking for sort of that faux gold foil look, and you can do that using Template. So Template, if you don't know what it is, it's an amazing piece of software where you can jump in, you can create an invitation and add it as a product on Etsy, and when that customer buys that product, Template will automatically send that person an editable file that they can edit themselves. Template has brought out in the new version 2.0. In the new version 2.0, Template has brought out the option to add textures and patterns to your text, which is incredible. It is a game changer, especially if you're making a lot of products that have sort of foil textures, because you can now add foil textures to your text and it's totally editable. So brilliant there. If you haven't heard of Template, definitely go check them out. I use them for all of my invitation stores and love them. This one is green and gold. So obviously we've got the greenery trend showing up again, but people are looking for greenery with the search term gold. So that is another trending term, and really including these leaves and beautiful gold things around the sides. All those sorts of things are they're gonna really appeal to people looking for invitations in this trend. Now, orange, or what I like to call terracotta. Orange or terracotta, it's been a trend that we've seen sort of come up over the last 2 years. It's very, often very minimal, similar to Dusty Rose in that you sort of have that minimal white ink sort of style, and then you put the color in the background. So as you can see, this incredibly talented designer has done that here. They've got their white ink and their terracotta background. And bonus points for them, they've got a back page where you can add an image. So no wonder that is an amazing product. And finally, our last trend for today is winter wedding invitations are trending, which is really cool. It's not a big surprise because over in the US it is, like in Australia it's summer, but in the US it's winter. And I think the rest of the world, are we the only ones in summer? I don't know. But anyway, obviously a lot of the market on Etsy is US based, so there's a lot of people looking for sort of last minute Christmas invitations or winter invitations. So guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you found it interesting and it gave you a little bit of insight and sparked some ideas for some products for you. Thank you so much for watching. It's part of a playlist which I will link here, and I will see you guys next Thursday with some more trends. Wishing you all the best and a very Merry Christmas from myself and my family to you. I will talk to you soon. See you next week. Bye.